Well, Kevin, first of all, could I ask you about the Republic last night? Good result, good performance too?
I think it was a good performance, especially the first half. Really good goal by Shane Long, well set up by Seamus Coleman. But I think overall, Giovanni Trapattoni will be pleased. I think the players come out of the game with a lot of credit as well. So again, I think there'll be a lot of pleasing aspects to take from the game. Looking forward to the big one. Really, it's going to be the Faroe Islands in June.
Yeah, normally Faroe Islands and big games are mutually exclusive, but this is a huge game for the Republic.
It is. I know that we're expected to win. I fully accept that, and I think all the players should win. Will accept that they should win the game, and I think that's going to be the case. I really believe we're going to win strong, in a confident fashion. But it's always difficult when you come up in these sort of games as well. That do you get it right? And the fact is that they'll play against England, they'll play against Georgia beforehand. That they're important that we're integrating a lot more players leading up to into the Faroe Islands game, looking ahead to the autumn qualifiers, because they're the most important things. They're going to be priority.
In your heart of hearts, you obviously hope, but do you expect the Republic to qualify or get a playoff spot?
Hope is definitely there. I would hope that the team can qualify, but it's going to be difficult. Sweden are going well, and the last minute goal that the Irish conceded against Austria was a big blow in Dublin, because I felt that Austria game they played really well throughout, should have won the match, and then when you concede so late it can dent the confidence onwards. But looking at the team last night, I don't think that's going to have a factor.
And there were calls for Trapp's head after the Euros. He's still there. Is that the right decision?
Well, especially after the Germany game, the home defeat in the Aviva against Germany, such a heavy defeat. There was a lot more people probably calling for him to be sacked after that game. But the FA have stuck with him. They see Giovanni Trapattoni seeing the campaign through, and we've all got to be supportive of him and the team, because he's going to be in there now, and hopefully he can get his qualification. But again, it's going to be a difficult task.
Talking of qualifications, you're here this week to hopefully get a qualification. Is coaching something you'd like to get into?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you don't know where your life's going to take you, what you're going to do in future life, but the opportunities in coaching are very limited once you do finish playing. But obviously I've got my BMA licence. I'm looking to try and get the pro licence now to be fully qualified.
And talking about playing there, most players obviously sort of miss the playing side of things. Highs and lows, what would be the high for you, and the lows over the international career in particular?
Yeah, the obvious high would be playing in the World Cup 2002. Growing up as a boy, watching Mexico 86 and Italy 90, watching these tournaments, it was somewhere that I'd love to have had the opportunity to play in. So to play the games I played out in Japan and Korea was wonderful for me. There's been quite a few lows really along the way. Probably the low would be in Paris when the Thierry Henry handball incident, when we didn't qualify for South Africa as World Cup. So yeah, they were probably the major high and lows through my international career.
And the penalty shootout by Spain as well, another low?
Yeah, of course, big low to go out of the World Cup that we did. I mean, I missed a penalty through that shootout, so that was of course a big low to me personally. But I think we came out of it, looking back at that World Cup, we did come out with a lot of credit. We outplayed Spain for long periods, who were a top team at the time, and we perhaps should have gone on to the quarter-finals. But you look back and think it wasn't to be. You can reflect a little bit more once you have finished.
And the current squad and going forward, as it were, are you confident the Republic can get back to those glory days? Or is there enough talent coming through, do you think?
Well, looking at Seamus Coleman last night getting man of the match, a young Irish fullback, probably one of the best, if not the best, in the Premier League since January. We've got James McCarthy, who's now he's been relegated at Wigan. I'm sure there'll be a lot of suitors looking to take him. We've got Robbie Brady coming through as well. So we have got a lot of young talent that's coming through within the squad, and if we can harness this talent and bring them through with a lot of the experienced players like John O'Shea, Richard Dunn, and of course our captain Robbie Keane, then I think that we've got a lot of optimism for the future.
And James McLean, Derryborn, obviously controversial character. How do you rate him as a player?
I think by his first season up in Sunderland, last season didn't go particularly well for him. I'd seen him play on a number of occasions, and he maybe has just had maybe that second season syndrome that they talk about. But James is a quality footballer. I'm a big admirer of him. I really like the way that he plays, and I just hope he can get a good pre-season under his belt now for the start of the campaign with Sunderland, and get a good season under his belt, because he's certainly good enough, really, certainly at the international stage, but certainly at Premiership level.
And with the change in management at Sunderland, do you see him being a Sunderland player next season?
You never know what Paolo Di Canio is going to do. You don't know what what options he's got to bring into the football club, and you don't know what he's going to do with the team he's got in there right now. But of course, I think if James can work under Paolo Di Canio and learn from him, he's going to become a better player because of it, because of his obvious experience.